Exodus 34, God has a name, and we've committed cosmic treason against him over and over and over again. And so what this does is it creates a gap between my heart, which is wicked beyond belief, and God's heart, which is perfect. We've all sinned, and we all fall short of God's perfect standard. We've all fallen short of the glory of God. You go, okay, I get that. I can see that in my life. I'd say, and then it kind of gets worse. Romans chapter 6, verse 23 says, because of that sin, the wages of that sin is death. And there's not a lot more that's scarier than that, than spending eternity apart from the God that loves you, that's for you. I'd say, but here's where the good news starts. For God so loved the world that he gave. Why? Because God is a God that pursues. He gives his son. And Jesus came and he walked the earth. He was born, he zipped up flesh, and he became one of you and I. The story didn't just end with Jesus dead. Right? Jesus, he goes to the cross and he pays the ultimate penalty for your sin, for my sin, for all sin past and all sin future. And God loves us enough to pay that penalty. God's wrath, his love in action against sin, was poured out on Jesus on the cross. And when Jesus hangs on the cross, he says, it is finished. And then 3 days later, he would raise again to prove once and for all that even death had no power over him. He proved that he could make dead things alive, and you and I, without Jesus, we are dead things. The wages of sin is death. You and I are sinful. My heart is deceitful above all things, Jeremiah says. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved.